When you should stop playing games. When you should stop. When you must stop playing games. That is the topic of today's video. And guess where I am? Let's go around. Let's go around and I will show you this place that I'm in today. Looks like a cemetery. Let's see. This is this is one of the biggest cemeteries in New York City. Like big. I mean, like not only the size of the cemetery is big, but also the monuments here are humongous. Big size, like almost like houses. Yeah. So let's talk about this important question: when you should stop playing games. That's what people say. Now, where people would say that, you know, you are in a relationship or you are not in a relationship, you are in marriage, you are in a long-term relationship, extra long-term relationships, your life is going into this relationships. And at one point, the person will tell you, stop playing games. It's time to stop playing games. And also you may hear, I'm tired of your games. The other party may say, the spouse or the husband if you're a girl, and they will all say the same thing. Another thing they may say, it's time for us to stop playing these games, right? To strengthen our relationship, we finally must come clean and stop playing games. That's right. But that's not the whole truth, guys. That is not the whole truth. All these people are wrong to a certain degree, of course. Now, as you can see, that would be a long video, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. So I'm getting you ready to understand when you must stop playing those games. Never. That's the answer, and that is only one answer. You see, you should never stop playing games. And in this video, I will give you a bunch of reasons. I don't know, because I kind of make these videos on the spot. That's it. I saw the cemetery here. You see, it is like something. I don't know the camera. Yeah, you see, it's this is that. And the only people that are not playing games, the only people actually that quit playing games are these guys here. You see these guys there? These boys and girls. These are individuals over there. They no longer play. And that is very, very natural. They no longer play games because they're not amongst us. They are dead. Once you are dead, game over. And that is what I want to talk about in this video. Now let me go and start. Why people say these things? Stop playing games. You should stop playing these games with me. And I will give you a few points. I'm circling around. I guess that is the good speed to walk around and to, you know, talk. Like the good speed is about 5 to 6 miles per hour. It's a little bit faster, right? So now let me check something. Yeah, that's it. I don't have to check anything. So that's right. Here we are in the game. So if you're a man, if you're a guy, and if you understand what I'm saying here, I hope it rings the bell. So that's the only people. You see all these people, Solomon Weinstein, Rhonda Weinstein, that is Cohen, whatever. That are the only people that are not playing games no more. For all of us, we keep playing the game. We keep playing the game. We keep playing games. But why some people at certain points, and maybe that is you, that sometimes you may say to your woman or to your wife or to your girlfriend, you may be this guy. Now let's see how this will work. Yeah, let's put my thing here. I'm not in my best look, so I'm gonna try to, okay, that looks good. Like this is like kind of nice background. I hope you are still in the sound. So now, okay, let's get me into the better lighting. Yeah, that would it be. Yeah, I used to be a photographer. I used to be video guy. I know a little bit about lighting. Yeah, quite a lot. But why some people say stop playing these games, and why should never ever stop playing your games? You see, imagine a life with no playing the games, and I've done it. Now let's talk about, let's get to the point, okay? Stop with this nonsense, Ivan. Let's get to the point. I was in relationship to the opposite sex, to the women. I had a lot of women through my life. A lot of women. Also, I had very solid relationships. I was married. I was divorced. I was in a long-term relationship, in short-term relationship, in brief relationships, in meaningless sleepover, hundreds of these sleep over in my couch and stuff like that, random sex with random girls. And this is what I learned. Whether it was like a one-night stand, haphazard quinkity, just the coincidence of brought some random woman into my life and we managed to have sex in some around her place, my place, around this or that in the forest or whatever. Whether this was a long-term relationship, whether this was my marriage, and whether this was my long-term relationships, I noticed one thing. As soon as I stopped playing the game, that was the moment that I lost that person. I lost the woman immediately, almost immediately. That happened immediately, and here is the clue. I did not notice this immediately, but it happened. I was just the sucker to realize it after the whole losing of the person, right? I lost the person, and then I was like, what happened? They stole my heart. Oh my God, they killed me. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I show you. Yeah, they pushed me with a bullet, and here is the proof. You see, that's the proof. Yeah, but the point is that I got this after I was dead. I mean, like, metaphorically, after I was out of relationship, after I was kicked out of the relationship, after I lost the girl, after I lost the family life, after I got through the divorce. And here I am to tell you, my friend, my experience with that. And now I'm going into my 40s, slowly progressing to my 50s. It's just going to be a couple of months to get to 50. And the thing about this playing game thing, many people don't realize how important it is to play games. I mean, any kinds of games. And you can see how this, the older you get, the less games you start playing. That's the natural state, you know, because you get to your core more. You don't need to play games. But in relationship to other people, you gotta keep playing the game. There's no way to not to do it. You have no way not to doing it, because when you stop playing the game, a few things will happen to you. You will get boring. You will be boring person. Then you will be the square person. They're gonna put you in the square immediately, because when you stop playing the game, people They say, yeah, I figured him out. I figured him out, so he's no longer interested. And from no longer interested square guy, it turns to a boring person, and then to a little bit agitative person, and then a little bit to what's the word? Yeah. From game, from player, boring, and then and then they say, oh, you know, there's no more life in this person. He's square, boring person, and you know, somebody else come along, and your woman or your girlfriend or your wife, whatever it is, she's like, oh, there is another guy, he's kind of cool, he's very funny, he's this, he's that, or he's very solid in his understanding about life, whatever she's thinking. All of a sudden this guy appeared to be better than you. Why is that? Because she puts you in this square already. Nothing, no more mystery within you, no more character, no more depth to explore. She figured you out, and how can you be interesting for that person that already figured you out completely? We have this saying in my country, we have this saying, I said this saying to other videos. The saying is like, in order for you to know a person, you have to eat 50 pounds of salt, a bag of salt. And that bag of salt was referred to a big bag, like 50 pounds. So imagine how many sips of salt you have to, how many salads, how many steaks, how many dishes, how many spaghettis you have to share with a person to get to know him better, more, to his depth. And now, that is another problem. Once they figure it out, who are you? Once they figure you out, then you are no longer attractive, interesting person. You turn into everyday normal guy, you know. And who is interested in that? That's another reason why you should never stop playing games. Now, if you are in a family situation, you're already married guy, if you are already have a family or 2 or 3 kids, you should play more games. That is again another idea, counterintuitive. You know why? Because you already did big part of your life. One of the biggest part in your life is to have a family, to have kids, to live somebody after you. So if you are that type of guy and you did this big part, which is family, wife, kids, then, you know, I tell you, now that you already did this part, so as a biological creature, you have one future only. Let me show you your future, you see? This is your future. Your days are numbered. And you gotta play more games, because you have very little time to be playful, very little time to be joyful, and to play more games. And now some people will say, well, you're a family person, you should not play games with your wife. Why not? Why should you give her the opportunity to figure you out in 3 years, 13 years or 33 years, and then you're done deal, and then she moves to somebody who is more playful? Okay, that's another reason. Keep on playing games. And now people say, when they say this expression, keep playing games, you know, they usually think the bad thing, the nasty stuff, the negative notation of this playing games, it's a bad thing. No, I'm telling you, it's not a bad thing. In everything that is, even the worst things like playing games, what people understand playing games is the bad games. Even the bad games must be played. Now that's another whole topic. You know, you also have to play the good games, but also you have to play a little bit of the nasty games, to have the spike, to have this drama to have this polarization, especially if this is between man and a woman. You know, if everything goes normal, everything is here in this frequency. And that is like, this is the frequency, I'm showing you the frequency of a man thing. But that's the frequency of a woman, you know. More emotions, more perceptions, more communication skills, higher emotions. Yeah, you see, and this is your, for men, this, you know. And if you are on this frequency here, and your woman is here, guess what's gonna happen? You will be soon lose your colors. You will be one gray guy, maybe with a few shades, maybe 1 to 3 shades, but she knows like, she has this, sometimes he's like this, sometimes he's like that, but generally I know what is he all about. And then, but her character, her moves, her everything is on a higher frequency like this. And then comes a guy. Here is a guy. Hello. Hey, say hello to the video.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? What's your name?
My name is Mustafa. Hi, how are you?
Hey, and then comes another guy, Mustafa. Mustafa is coming. And you're with your little frequency like this, and Mustafa is like, you see how like responsive he is? Yeah, hello, how are you? Da da da. And then all of a sudden, you're nobody, Mustafa is somebody. That may happen to you, my friend. So, yeah, there are many reasons to keep playing games. And there's somebody here. There's somebody here coming here. Hello. Somebody is coming here. I don't know why she parked here. Can I ask you something? There's a very good topic. I'm doing like a little vlog here, like recording myself. What's your name? Hi, Melissa. Ivan. Nice to meet you. Sorry for the coronavirus.
Okay.
You've been. Say hello to my guys.
Hi guys.
The question today is: should we keep playing games?
With?
I don't know. It's like kind of like. Should people play games in general?
Like soccer, football, or like bad games?
Bad games.
No. No bad games.
No bad games. Melissa
bad.
say, okay, so here you go. Melissa is not gonna play bad games. Only
good games.
Only football and good games. Okay.
That's it.
Melissa, have a good day.
Have a good day.
So there you have it. You can see. You see, that would be the usual response. You know. You see, I kind of try to trick her to say that we should keep the bad games. I tried to trick her, but it did not work. My game didn't work on her. It worked partially, right? It worked partially. But you can see the standard notion is we should not play the bad games. And now, if I was, here is the good thing in my thing. Here is the good thing in this kind of format, because I always have to have the last word after Melissa left. But I want to bring another point. Now, if I was really honest with Melissa and ask her, hey, listen, what do you mean by the bad games? Yeah? The bad games, it's also like a very, very broad, very, very gray area. People know about bad games only when they are hurt. Yeah? And now it's another question to you. For example, this video is like getting too long, 20 minutes, right? I'm talking like all this run for 20 minutes. So now, let me ask you this. Give me an example of bad game. You know what I mean? The bad game that people played on you or you played on people. You have to be honest here. So if you're watching this video, if you came to this moment, just put some comments. What are the bad games? And now, another question would be, how bad are these games? You know, if you, let's throw another example. If you have been the victim of really, really bad game, somebody gamed you badly and you felt very bad, but what happened after a while? That's a question you won't be asked from too many people. Let's say 2 years after somebody played you bad, how do you feel? Do you still hold this grudge? Do you still hold this hate about that person played you? That's a good question to ask. I'm gonna leave it open for you. I wish you good luck. The topic of the video: when should you start playing the games? When should you start playing game in general? And the answer is here. The answer is right behind me. Let me show you guys and girls. Let me show you. The only way. You see, Smith, Mr. John Smith from The Matrix. He's dead now. Yeah. The only time when you stop playing games is when you get here, whether you like it or not. But that's the truth, my friend. Subscribe to the channel, put some thumbs up or thumbs down, and comment. Let me hear your opinion. Thank you.